Alright, here we have to, instead of graphing the linear inequalities, they are already graphed and we have to write the inequality ourselves. So the information we want to gather from the graph that will help us write it is the slope and the y-intercept. With that information, we can put it into slope-intercept form and then figure out should it be greater than or less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So when you have to write your own inequality, look at the graph and let's figure out the information. So first our slope, we've got these 2 points highlighted. Starting with a point on the left, do the rise first. We go up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2, 3. I can see that's an uphill line, so I know this is going to be positive, so my slope is 3 over 3. But don't forget, if you can reduce it, we always reduce it. So we have a slope of 1. Now the y-intercept is going to be the point that crosses the y-axis. Remember, this one is your y-axis right here, so that is my y-intercept. I can see it's at 0, 1. So when you write the inequality, if this was just an equation, I'd say y equals mx plus b, so 1x plus the b is 1. But the thing is we don't want the equal sign. So instead of the equal sign, we have to figure out what goes after the y. Remember, our options are greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Well, we can see it's a dotted line, so that takes out a couple of your options. Dotted lines has to be either this greater than or this less than. And which one? So this, to figure out which one, where is the shading? Are you shading above the line or below the line? And again, to help you figure that out, you can go to the y-intercept, which is right here. See how all the shading is above the line? So that's going to be a greater than. So y is greater than 1x plus 1, or you could just say x plus 1, either one I would take. Alright, next example, slope starting with the point on the left, do the rise first. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4. We run 1, 2. So rise over run, 4 over 2. Reduce it to just a 2. You could write 2 over 1 also if you wanted to. Now the y-intercept, the last example, the y-intercept was kind of easy to find because it was one of the points we used for the slope. This time, however, the y-intercept isn't one of these two points they highlighted for us. We have to figure out where are we crossing this y-intercept, or this y-axis. And I can see it's crossing right there. So just look at your y-axis, figure out where does your line cross it. That is our y-intercept. So 0, that's down 3, negative 3. So I'm going to go ahead and just write the information in. Y, I'm going to skip the greater than or less than and say 2x, so mx minus 3. So we're just following that mx plus b form. And then what should we put after it? Is this a greater than, a less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to? So what kind of line do you have? It's a solid line, so that tells me it has to be one of those two. And then are we shading above or below? So here's your y-intercept. I can see all the shading is below the line, so that is a less than. So that's the inequality y is less than or equal to 2x minus 3. So to write your own inequality, the only two things you need to find are slope and y-intercept, and then put it into mx plus b form and determine which inequality matches the line and your shading.